Hello everybody, I'm Anna Vanila on the channel Anna Vanila Arts, and this is what I've been doing whilst I was away from my channel. And as you can see, this is a beret, it's a hat, it's got lovely beautiful design. And I've also found this pattern of this particular hat online as well, so it was, yeah, beautiful, and I fell in love with it, and I thought I am going to do one for myself. And I found this yarn. I bought this yarn and I loved it so much. By the way, I made a jumper with this color, and I thought it will look like a set if I have this hat in this color and the jumper in the same color. It will kind of go things together as I wear them together, so it will look nice and color coordinated. And as you can see, it stretches, it's elasticated, and this is something which looks a bit like a leaf. I think you would agree with me. It's like a leaf, or maybe like a twig, or some tree twig or something like that, branch. I think it's lovely. I think it's beautiful. And this is the top, how I've made the top. As you can see, it's beautifully rounded, and this is a stitch. The stitch is right here, but it's nearly invisible because it's, as you can see, it's here. I've stitched it here and I've hidden the ends. This is a stitch that I've made. It's very carefully done, as you can tell. I've done it, I've worked very hard on this hat because I've done it for myself and for my channel, to have something to update you on what I do on my channel and generally outside of my channel. And I love this hat, absolutely love this hat, and when the winter comes I am going to wear it with pleasure. And I think with blonde hair it will suit quite nicely, as I have blonde hair. This would kind of not be too contrasting if I was to wear it. So I think it's lovely color. It's almost, I can't put my finger on it. What kind of color is this? It looks greenish, it looks yellowy, it looks beigey. I'm not sure. It's one of those colors I can't tell for certain, but it's lovely. I thought the color is wonderful. That's why I've chosen to make this hat in this color tone, color yarn, and also a jumper with it to go with it. I think the color is stunning. I love it, and it's kind of classic, I think, because it's kind of neutral in a way as well. It's not like your typical neutral colors like white, black and gray or brown, but this is one of those in between colors, which I think it's very nice. It's very lovely. I love it. I love this hat, and I think it will keep me warm in the winter or this late autumn. This is what I've done. I've been doing basically in October, September, October. I've been knitting this and another hat, which I'm going to talk about here in the video, and I just love it. And by the way, the yarn is acrylic, it's not wool, so it's not allergic on the skin if I was to wear it. So I think it's lovely. It's beautiful, don't you think so? And I think it will fit smaller head as well as slightly bigger head, slightly more round head, because it's kind of large and stretchy, as you can see. It's kind of stretchy, you see. So I think it's lovely. I love it, and I'm going to be very proud to wear it. I hope you like this hat as much as I do. I also thought that I'm going to do a try on haul on my main channel, Anna Vanila, where I wear all the things that I made, by myself, inclusively my hats. So if you would like to see how it looks on me, or you wanna you're just curious how it will look on me, or generally how would look a hat beautiful as this on somebody's head, like on myself, you can subscribe and follow, watch me on my main channel Anna Vanila, and on this channel Anna Vanila Arts. I am updating the things that I do in time that I'm not online, so I obviously need very much, I not very much. I do things, I like to do beautiful things for myself and for other people as gifts, or even for selling. I do headbands as well, not just hats. And this is actually one of the first hats I've done this September, October, and this autumn. And this is obviously possibly not the best of what I can do, but you know, I build up my strength, I build up my experience, and so with time I'm going to do greater things, like just like anybody else is learning day by day in doing beautiful things like this, crafts like this. So here I am with the second hat that I made, which is stretchy. As you can see, it stretches very nicely, very nicely. Look at this, it will stretch out so well. And it's actually also a beret, which is like a French style hat. So I'll put this one away. And as you can see, it's got nice edging here, and rounded edging here, which is, I think, done quite nicely by myself. So well done to myself finally. That because I to be honest, I've never ever thought I'm going to do beautiful things like hats, because I'm actually new to the hat crafting the hats, so to speak. So this is one of my newest things that I've done in hats in my life. So this is literally the second hat after the first hat from this video that I've just talked about. This is the second hat I've made after that, and I think it's not bad for considering it's just the second hat, you know. But I hope my experience helps me with time to gain more and more experience, and I'm able to do even better things than just these ones. To be honest, I'm actually quite pleased with how it turned out. This is the stitch at the back. As you can see, I've done it carefully, and I've hidden the yarn here, and I put it on my head the other day, and I think it looks quite nice actually. It's simple, it's like a classic design, and before I made this pattern I thought that this would be the simplest ever, one of those simplest hats that you can find, because it doesn't really have any design so much, but it has just the elasticated design here, elasticated stitch, which is quite simple, even beginners could do. And I thought to do something which is the simplest and see how it will turn out, and so that it's classic, it's nice, it will go well with any other items, clothes that I may wear. So I hope you like this hat as much as I do as well. Thank you very much. As you can see, this is another hat that I just started. I started the other day. As you can see, this is elasticated. This is a very simple stitch which is elasticated, but it's a kind of stitch that it doesn't actually stretch too much, so it's got some sort of strength to kind of go back to the same shape again. That's why I've chosen this elasticated pattern to use in my hats, so it doesn't stretch too much. And this is the wonderful stitch that I'm doing. As you can see, it's wonderful, it's simple. Can you believe it's only a couple of rows that you can do, and this is the pattern that I'm getting by doing and following the pattern that I do right now. I'm going to show you how I knit this pattern if you want to in this video later on. This pattern it's exactly the same pattern as in this hat. This is another hat I've made in red color, which I'll do later a video about it, and you will see how wonderful the stitch looks also in this neutral color, which looks nice, quite nice on red as well. And this is a finished project I'm going to talk about later in another video about the red hats that I've made this month, and I will make a video about it, so stay tuned. And this stitch reminds to me a bit of a basket stitch. You see, it's like weaved, like woven somehow, and I think this is what actually appealed to me to do this hat, because the stitch is somehow stretchy at the same time, slightly. You see, it stretches, so when you would wear it on the head, it will stretch slowly. And as you can see, it's very interesting pattern, and it's not hard to do, to be honest. I'm going to show you as well, and I love it, and I love this so much so that I thought I'm going to do the same hat as in red one, the one I showed you just in this moment. And this one, I've chosen this color to do that pattern because I thought it will kind of highlight the basket weave here, like the pattern, even more, because the color is so much lighter and so much more classic than the red. And I thought I'm going to do it, and I think it will turn out very nicely. And this is what I've done yesterday. I've started this hat, and I'm hoping that I could do it, I could finish it today, but I will possibly make another video with this as finished project to show you what I've been doing, because to be honest, if I'm not online, if I don't upload my fresh videos, it's not because I'm not doing anything. I'm actually doing something. I always do something, I always craft. It's just I'm crafting outside of a channel sometimes, you know, like I craft at home, I do it in peace and quiet. I do it at night, in the daylight, at night time. And of course I can't do videos all the time about how I do these things, but I can show you the finished garments. Why not? As you can see, it's wonderful. Even as a beginning of the hat, it looks wonderful, and it's promising to look even nicer as it will go through finish. And I think you're going to agree with me, because the pattern is just great. I mean, the woven stitches here are just so wonderful, so beautiful and special, and I think it's original as well. With this weave, with this stitching design, you can do any garments, even for children and for women, for men, anything you would wish for. Even jumpers would look nice with this pattern, just anything. So I thought I'm going to show you how I do it, so you can do it as well, and maybe you can do a hat like this as I did, as I'm doing, or maybe you can do another garment with this design. Let's see together. So have a look. So the first one you don't need, you just wear it on the second needle, and then you need 2 stitches together, 1, 2, and you do it like this. You pull 1 stitch carefully, 1 stitch, and then you do another stitch through the first one. So you need the 2, but behind each stitch. So this is done. Now you can do the same thing. So the 2 stitches, you take them, you put the needle through the 2 stitches, you grab the yarn from behind, from inside the stitch, you pull it like this, and then you take the needle and you take the first one, and again you need already the first stitch, the first loop. So you get from 2 stitches, from 2 loops, you make 2 loops, but you make them from behind. So you take them like this, 2, and then so you need the 2 first, the 2 loops, and then you need only the first loop, and only then you take it off the needle. And this is how you actually do this pattern. So this is the motion, the knitting in motion that I do with this pattern. And this is the front of this stitch, but on the back all you do is purl stitch. All loops you do, you knit them with a purl stitch, and then the third round, the third row, you start the same as the first one, exactly the same as this one that I have just shown to you, and you get this fantastic woven effect. And you see, it's stretchy, it's beautiful, it's simple, and it's very original. Nobody else will going to have a stitch like this apart from you and me, for example, because obviously this is a stitch that I'm doing for myself, and I share this stitch so much and with so much love for you to also do it. because I think it's wonderful, it's beautiful, it's original, it's fantastic, and I think it's easy enough to do anything, any garment you would ever imagine, any color you have, you can do the stitch. So it's like this. You can watch me doing so. It's simple, even easy for beginners. I can guarantee you anyone could do it. Even a child would be able to do this. It's for any age really. Any age that likes to knit, any gender. So you're welcome to do it with me. As you can see, I have knitted all the row here, all the row, and then I turn it to the other side like this. This is how it looks the other side. This is how it looks the stretchy bit that I've made for the head. You see it's slightly different on the front than on the back. And here you get the effect of purl stitch really. As you can see, this is what turns out to be after you do this pattern here at the front. It turns out like this. So as I said, the second row you always do knit with purl stitch, which is quite simple to do. It's straightforward. You take the first loop, you don't knit it the first loop, and then you just put the yarn in front of a needle and you knit one like this, and then behind like this. You see, you grab the needle like this, you see, and then slowly you knit it like this, like this, like this. It's simple really. It's very simple. You're going to enjoy doing this pattern. If you want to do something special, something beautiful with this pattern, it will just all look so nice. I promise you. I fell in love with this pattern so much so I thought I'm going to do 2 hats in this pattern, which I'm doing. This is the second hat obviously that I'm doing, and as you can see, it's easy. This pattern is very easy. It's easy, it's good for beginners even. So yeah, I hope you like it as much as I do, because I do love this pattern. I think it's very special, very original. By the way, the needles that I'm using here is 3.5, which is 3.5. As you can see, it's 3.5. You see, this is 3.5, 350. So it's easy, absolutely easy. It's a joy to make something beautiful, something warm that you can wear for many years to come. It's like a holiday. It feels like a holiday when you knit. It's, to be honest, I am absolutely receiving a lot of pleasure in doing crafting and knitting, especially. It's one of my favorite crafts out there. Knitting is just wonderful because you can even wear anything that you do, which is fantastic. I think it's wonderful. It makes you look more original because you end up having garments, you end up having clothes that nobody else has. It's absolutely unique to you. The color is always unique to you. It makes you proud because this is what your hands have done. Something so beautiful, and you can teach your friends to do this, and why not do this for your parents as well, for your relatives, to knit something as beautiful as this. Thank you very much for watching. Please watch my next videos. I'm going to do more videos about hats. I'm really crazy lately about doing hats, and I'm going to show you red hats next time. Please subscribe and bring your family to watch together my videos. You are welcome to. Please subscribe.